there, I'm Jo Pronger-Boone, and I publish using my maiden name, Jo Pronger-Faulkner. I'm here today with Daniela Panetta to talk about our book collaboration called Absolute Vision, which was released in December 2022. Welcome, Daniela.
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me.
Now, this is the second collaboration in the Absolute series, and I'm thrilled with the stories that we have in this book. We have 21 authors in Absolute Vision, me, Daniela, and 19 other amazing men and women from 6 countries around the world. Our authors are from Canada, the United States, coast to coast, South Africa, the United Kingdom, Nicaragua, and Bulgaria. And we teamed up to share our motivational, personal, true stories of achieving our vision and intentionally creating an extraordinary life against all odds. The rankings we've hit on Amazon so far have been mind-blowing. This book has only been out for about 6 weeks or so, and in this short time period, we've racked up 56 #1 rankings on Amazon. Our authors have been on quite the joyride. We have ranked as #1 bestseller in 11 categories in Canada and the US, and #1 new release in 45 categories in Canada, the US, and the Netherlands. We've also earned 3 of the coveted orange Amazon bestseller badges, which are really hard to get. Now, many of the men and women in this book have never published anything before and can now call themselves international best-selling authors. Not only that, but Absolute Vision was created as an epic fundraiser. 100% of the profits from the author entry fees to be in the book and 100% of the royalties from the Amazon sales are going towards a project that my husband Mike and I are doing. We're building a house for a family in Nicaragua, didn't have a home of their own. We actually went to Nicaragua in January of 2022 to break ground on this life-changing project. And as of right now, 1 year later, the house is about 2/3 of the way completed. This book is self-published and self-promoted by all of our authors, not done through a traditional publisher and not using any paid ads. It's been an organic grassroots effort by each of us, which makes what we've done with it so far all the more incredible. The reviews that have come in are saying that the readers couldn't put it down. This book is such a great read. The stories are incredibly inspiring. The stories demonstrate absolutely astounding vision. They are full of hope and they show how to achieve in light of challenges. Those are all direct quotes from the reviews on Amazon. I just love it. Daniela's chapter is called Soul Seeking Expression, Chapter 20 in Absolute Vision. Thanks for being here, Daniela.
Thanks for having me. Wow, that's so amazing. Just listening to you say all that stuff, it's like, I can't believe that I'm a part of this. And it's so exciting to have been on this journey with you and the other authors as well.
It really has been quite the joyride. And, I'm just loving it so far. And I love all of us that have come together in this. I feel like we're a little family now.
I agree.
So can you tell everyone a little bit about who you are, where you're from, and what your chapter in Absolute Vision is about?
Well, my name is Daniela Panetta, and I am from Southern Ontario. I am a certified mindset and transformational coach, success consultant, and international best-selling author. I help healthcare workers who are overwhelmed with anxiety to transition out of their career and to feel more confident in their life and to find a more fulfilling path. My chapter, being Soul Seeking Expression, is because my soul was seeking expression. For many years, I wondered if there was more to life than what I was living. I am a healthcare worker, and I was very overwhelmed with anxiety. I have transitioned out of the healthcare field, and I have successfully overcome anxiety without the use of prescription medication or talk therapy. I utilize many healing modalities, and that's what helped me to overcome that. So ultimately, my message to the readers and those tuning into this interview is, if you have a thought or a feeling within you to do something more with your life, that is your soul seeking expression. So don't ignore it and go for it. And the best advice I can give you is surround yourself with like-minded people, study mindset, because the people that are around you may not understand your vision. So then that will hold you back. So go find the people that are on the same playing field as you. And the time to do that is now. Don't wait any longer. The time is now. The best time to start is now.
I love that. And it's so important what you're doing. I think right now, especially, there is so much anxiety in healthcare, right? So I love what you're doing. I love your messaging. So when you first found out about this collaboration, what made you decide to join in?
Well, there was two reasons why I joined in. The first being the fact that this collaboration is a fundraiser. Like, I don't even have words to explain how my heart feels that I've had the opportunity to help a family have a home, you know? So that was just like, okay, I have to be a part of this. But then also too, as I've been transitioning, I've been setting goals for myself, kind of like a bucket list. And one of the things was to be an author. So when the opportunity came about, it was like, this obviously has to be it.
I love that. Now, writing seems to bring out different experiences for different people. And this isn't your first collaboration, but your other book was with someone else. And I think actually this gives you a really unique perspective. So, did you find writing your chapter in Absolute Vision to be an easy, straightforward experience or more difficult than you'd imagined? And did anything surprise you about writing your chapter in this book?
Yeah, no, writing this chapter was actually quite difficult for me. Actually, so there was a point that I was going to reach out to you to actually just, say, yeah, no, I can't do it. Keep everything to put it towards the house. But thankfully, because of your expertise, you allowed me to actually tell my story. I wanted to tell my story without actually putting in the bits and pieces to help people. So it was quite difficult, but after, I think it was like the last edit, I was reading it and it's like, who wrote this? So then at the end of it all, it was such a great experience. And I thank you for helping get that message out. That was obviously in here. It just wasn't able to make its way easily onto the paper, but it is there now.
Well, I love how we kind of just had some voice memos back and forth, and I think we had a Zoom call or two, right? And some of it was just kind of talking through it, right? So just because, I really want to make sure that we express this message is that even if a person doesn't believe that they can actually, pen to paper write it, there's a way that you can still get your story out just through talking it out, maybe, videoing yourself or something like that, or talking to someone else and sharing your story with a friend, a colleague or someone like that, or how you and I did it, where, just let's talk this out, right? And so that last chapter, those edits were your words, but just you had been, verbalizing them rather than trying to literally, write them out on paper. So I'm glad that that you stuck it out because sometimes it really isn't easy. So I'm just so honored to have your story in this book and grateful that you decided to follow through.
Yeah. I am too, and actually that's something that's what I do now for a lot of my messages is I press record and I do like a voice note. So then you can just talk it out the way you would talk it out, and then you just edit it, and put all like the periods and commas where they need to be, and then all of a sudden you actually have a message that resonates with you and that you feel comfortable to put out there.
And that really sounds like you. It
Yeah.
sounds like the natural you. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. So now, based on this experience, do you think you'll want to write your own full length, life story type of book in the future, or maybe be in another collaboration at some point?
Oh, yes, definitely. Absolutely. This was a wonderful experience. So I will definitely look to do this in the future again.
Awesome. So, what is your top piece of advice for someone who might be thinking they want to become a published author?
Do it. Just do it because our story, exactly, our story is so powerful and our story has the opportunity to help others. Right. So get it out there. And when you're working with the right people, like for instance, if you get the opportunity to write with Joe, it's such a great experience. And also, not only do you get to help other people through your story, there's going to be so much growth within you.
So true. So true. And thank you for that. Great advice. So, what else are you doing and what is next for you?
So so obviously I'm transitioning from one career to another. So I am just focused on putting out my courses and my programs and to help as many people as I can to transition out of their careers or to overcome the anxieties that they're experiencing. I'd like to travel a little bit this year to see a little bit more of this country that I live in. We tend to always think about vacations outside of our country, country, whereas I actually haven't seen too much of Canada. So I'm going to take the opportunity and travel a little bit.
That's amazing. And Canada really is gorgeous. So that's a great plan. I love that.
I'm excited.
I bet. So for those who would love to connect with you, can you please share your website or social media handles and how else they can connect with you?
Yeah, on Facebook, it's just my name, Daniela Panetta. My Instagram handle is actually just on the screen here, Daniela.Panetta_. And if you'd like to email me, you can get me at Daniela.Panetta.getresults@gmail.com.
I love that address. Daniela, I've really loved getting to know you more through working with you this year in this collaboration. And I absolutely love what a firecracker you are. You're really an inspiration with your outlook on life. And I am so grateful to have your story in Absolute Vision. Thank you for spending the time with me today.
Thank you for having me. And I'm so grateful to have been a part of this amazing collaboration.